You'll see. You'll see.
This is The Fast Break, the ultimate podcast where we dive deep into the world of the MMA Basketball Association with your hosts,
BG.
Ace.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's your boy Darius. We want to hop right into it. We got a lot
And
of
the greatest MMA player that you ever laid your eyes on, Ace.
This man can't even remember his own intro. He'll never remember he's supposed to go second.
I was
Like,
waiting for
crazy,
Darius.
bro.
No, Darius
Every
said last
week-
time he was going
every
second.
time you waiting for me. I told you I'm the producer. I go last.
All right. That's the last time. Next time I'll be ready, dog.
You stink,
You said
bro.
that last time.
No, I promise.
Nah, but like Darius said, we in here. We got a bunch of guests. Darius, I'm gonna let you jump it off.
You gonna let me jump it off? So we got a bunch of guests. A lot popped off this week. Got some big trades. You know, we got some dirty laundry that might want to get aired out. Just a couple players that want to speak their piece. So we got with us Sosa, teammate of mine. He talked heavy. He got a lot of the trash going in the chat. He didn't put a target on his back and our back. So he gonna finally, speak his piece. We got a little rivalry going on too that we might get into. We got Big Play Tay, who was a little unhappy, asked for some changes, and we're gonna see if what he asked for is really gonna work out. He got with his man Ace, and we're gonna see what they're gonna do. And then we got a couple of captains in here too. We got Bishop and Ryan, or Bishop, aka Ryan, and we get dig into his mind with his trades. And then we just gonna bring it all together. Mac, I don't know what Mac is doing in here, but maybe he just wants y'all to put some respect on his name. He had a 2K last year that he was flying under the radar. And I ain't gonna lie, Mac, he been balling, so he might just want to come here and talk that talk.
Yeah,
So let's just hop right into it.
Hey, you forgot my
Crazy, bro.
Oh, Ryan.
It's the forgotten
Oh,
icon.
Ryan.
We'll see if we got time to get to Ryan.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy work.
Wow.
But yeah, so what brings you into the real Ryan's crazy. What brings you into the pod? Like what we want to hear what you got to say. Like let's speak your mind.
I just got invited, brother. I'm here for the questions. I'm here for anybody who wants to pick my brain, get to know me a little bit. I mean,
Nobody care about you, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh God.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this. So
Yeah.
like, you coming in, you're real confident. You a rookie to the league, but you don't seem to care. Like, what's your mindset when you be talking trash? What be going through your head?
I mean, listen, man. I'm Dominican. My mother roasted me since I was 2 years old. I always stand up for myself. You know what I mean? Like I got a big personality. I got a big heart, and I never back down, man. And I ride for my teammates. I ride for my bros. No homo. And I know Miggy sometimes can piss off people, right? Because he's a hard guy. So I always come up for him. I always come to bat for him because me and Miggy go way back. And I just, I've been playing 2K for a long time. So I'm a rookie to the league, but I'm not a rookie to the game. And I want to cement myself as sort of a legacy player in the league. I think I have the chops to be the best center in the league. And that's what I'm going for right now.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Relax.
I like it.
I like this guy. Also, we can kick Ryan in because I just realized that's Ryan Ashley. This man is not going to contribute a thing. He's just here to control, literally. So, yeah, we don't. You can watch and catch all this. Oh, you promise? All right, we're gonna see. Matter of fact, then let's pivot right onto this. So Sosa is one of the premier trash talkers. He also coming off of like two. I think he said three, but I saw a box score for two really good center games. One of them, the first triple double of the season for the entire league. So tip, hats off there. Played against Ryan's team. So Ryan, we're gonna pivot to you. You just played against them, and you said you're gonna participate. So if this mic don't get unmuted, you know what I'm saying? You about to get the axe. But in the meantime, you just played against them. Your team lost, and you was talking about like they had locks and like what was the thought process? What was the look when they was playing y'all? Because I know your team actually Scorsese. I don't want to play y'all in the first round. I'm going to keep it a whole being. Like I do not want to play y'all in the first round because it could be my team that goes home if we play y'all. So what happened when y'all played against Galaxy Hoopers?
3. 2.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. Hold on a second. You gotta remember, he's a father, y'all.
He is.
Maybe
He is.
I'm on baby duty. I work at the moment, so I'm waiting till my boss walks away. That's all. That's why I'm
Gotcha.
typing.
Got you. Okay, so we'll
Give
come
me
back
like
to him.
15 seconds.
All right, we'll come back to him. We'll come back to him then. Tay, your thoughts on being traded today? What's up?
Well, you ain't gonna. All right, listen. Trey was traded today, right?
Trey was tated.
All right, Trey. I'm gonna call him Trey because he was posting Trey Young gifts in the
Nah,
jump.
you trying to clean up your list. It's all right.
No, Tay was traded along with Hezo. Is it Hezo? Henzo?
Hezo.
Hezo, okay. And also he was traded for Mark, new player, rookie, Miami boy, and 2 forfeits. Tay is now a member of the Generals, who
Why you say it?
who also has a first round pick, who also requested a trade. So he came from drama and went into more drama. Interesting.
Wait a minute. So I don't know if this was public knowledge. So you just said
No, matter of fact, not to cut you off, it should be public knowledge. We should have a tab where people or players request trades.
Dang.
You put your trade request in, so that way it's not a shock or surprise when you get traded. That's just how I feel.
I just want to clear this up. So when you said, because we don't need no ambiguity, we want names. You said he got traded to the Generals with a first round pick that requested a trade. Who requested this trade?
Hold on, let me take a sip of this whiskey. The trade requestee was I.
Okay, so I just want to make sure. You're telling us right here live on the pod, you are doubling down on your trade request, even though Tay was traded to your team?
I am.
Wow.
Here's why.
Wait. Hold on.
Matter of fact, Tay, how does this feel to get traded?
Your trade request still stands?
Are we talking to me? Yeah, my trade request still stands.
Wow. I know that. Okay.
Wow. Oh, no,
my trade request still stands. Now, but actually, when Trey, why I keep calling you Trey? What's going on, bro? When Tay was traded, I actually had a conversation with Tay. So, Tay, tell us, number one, how it feels to get traded. It's not like you got traded to a good team. We're mediocre. But also tell us how it was when you got traded to us. And then also about the conversation that I had with you.
So when I found out I was traded to Will's team, I was happy because it's just some things that was going on with Bishop's team it was making me frustrated, and it was just the little stuff that we wasn't fixing, as far as not getting runs in with practice, not being able to be active in the chat. It was really just me, Bishop, and Vision that was really just talking, and it was us two that wasn't really like getting on. So being able to get out that situation, I was relieved. And the conversation me and Ace had, prior to me after getting traded, he was saying that he still, there's a chance that he still might get traded. So even if Ace does get traded, we all know it's all love, but he said that if I do get traded, is what it is, and not, then we're gonna try to make a run for this chip and get wins.
Okay, now the reason I told Tay I asked Tay that question to find out what was wrong with Bishop's team. The same reason he requested the trade is why I'm requesting a trade, or why I have then thus requested a trade. And although I do love the move with Tay, clearly me and Tay got chemistry. We got a ring. We've been in 2 finals together, and we got a ring out of that. I got MVP. He got me MVP. I got him Offensive Player of the Year. And we both got rings out of that. It was the same issue. The practice, as y'all all know, me, Miami, and Phil in March. Very solid team. No reason we should be 3-3. So it's the chemistry, it's the not practicing, and when you do quote unquote practice, it's just like you're playing another game. That was my whole reason of requesting a trade. So, like I told Tay, maybe you come in and it changes. But my trade request still stands because I doubt.
Wow.
Why don't you try out the new team before you keep the trade request up? Give it a shot.
Did LeBron try out Miami before he left the Cavs? What you saying here?
I mean, to be fair, the Cavs never traded to help LeBron, but you got some help now.
No,
now I'm gonna say this. The trade deadline is next week, so he does not have a long time to get this. Like, if he realizes, hey, I want up out of here, then he's gonna have to make his move before the trade deadline. And that is a hard deadline. There's no second guessing. It is a trade deadline. It is basically midnight next week, Friday midnight. So that could be it. And I mean, just from the outside looking in, because we ain't pulling punches here, Enwell has been a horrible cap.
Yes.
And like, look, bro.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Listen, bro, this week alone, I was trying to schedule a game with him, and he still I'm gonna keep it a whole beam. This man only had one option for who to pick up as a free agent. We all know who it was, and he's still like, I gotta make my decision. What decision is there? There's only one player available. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get your teammate situated so you can get him on your team and y'all can start practicing immediately. When I'm just speaking from my captain side, when I make moves and get players in there, you got Mac, Ryan, when I brought Wayne in, we're in the Discord. We made our Discord, I'll be honest, my team's Discord is not super active, but it's, hey, bro, let's practice. Let's get this stuff going. Let's move. I want to know what builds people have, what we can do to get some chemistry. I'm not waiting until let me see what this person's build is. You have to get that player and you have to schedule games. And we'll still hadn't even scheduled a game up until today. And if I was being petty, like as a captain, I could have said, hey, I have more days available. My team's not available tomorrow, and took a forfeit. Like, it's that simple. So
Heck,
it's just
I was ready to be petty and say I'm not available to play. But again, like I said, I'm not a quote unquote diva. I'm not going to not play until you trade me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play. I'm going to give you, all of my effort when we play and whatever. And up about what you said, I did have questions about that, which even made me even more like, yeah, I'm keeping the trade request, because as a player, when it's midweek and you don't see a game schedule, like, yo, are we taking forfeits? Like, are we about to get 2 more L's? And then not only just that, then we trade for 2 more players, and now we still out of whack. As great as Tay is, as good as Pizzo may be, now we didn't already have chemistry with our regular team. Now we got 2 more people coming in, and we still not. You know what I'm saying? So me taking back the trade request literally does nothing for me. So I keep it out there. Whatever caps want to make offers, fine. I don't care where I go. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where I go. But and maybe Tay plays so well or Hezzo plays so well that it changes my mind. But at the same time, like, I think being the captain ruined me, because now it's like, if I don't get that same energy, like, we can all be real. Like, we here to win a chip, as we all love each other as brothers, you know what I'm saying? But I want to beat y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to beat y'all. Like,
yeah.
So if I want to be in the best situation. That's not me wanting to join the super team. I want to beat whoever is considered the best, and I want to have a chance of doing that. And honestly speaking, I feel like at this moment, there's no chance.
Can I ask a question for you? I got 2 questions for you.
Yes.
First one. So are you saying the biggest reason you want to trade is
You sound short.
This guy.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person.
Impossible.
Wait,
Impossible.
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 Wait. No, that's not what we're here for today, right?
Yo.
For those that don't know, Ryan is like 5'2". So
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. You know what? You know
That's
what?
crazy. I thought we were not doing personal shots.
Hey,
Ryan,
you know,
Ryan,
I thought
ask
we
your
weren't doing
questions,
personal
Ryan.
shots either. I'm gonna address Ryan and I'm gonna continue with my question. So to Ryan, I will say if your weight starts with a 3, stop speaking. Okay.
Dang. Dang. All right. Let's
All
keep
right.
this moving.
wait,
But more
what's
importantly,
your question?
so are you saying my 2 questions for Ace? My first one is: are you saying because you were a cap, your leadership is the leadership of M. Will as your captain is in question, and that's the biggest reason you went out?
I would have to agree with that.
I thought he was about to plead the fifth. Wow.
Okay.
But this is my thing. No, I know M1 personally. So all this, it's just 2K. We're just talking straight 2K. What it really was when I got traded in season 2 and played for BG and seeing how BG ran his team. Although we did not win, we didn't win a ring. It made me look at, the 2K league differently. So when I was capped that very next season, I'm like, okay, no glaze. That's how I want to run my team. I want our best players. Well, I was capped. I was the best player, but I want my next best player.
Listen, don't drop all the tapes.
No, I'm not. But I want the next best player, or I want everybody on the team to have an input. And as the team is currently constructed, and this is not to scare Tay, but nobody. It's not that nobody has a voice, but nobody is speaking. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I'm the only vocal one, and I shouldn't be. It's a team of 5 people, and we got to talk. We're on defense. We got to talk. We got to switch. How you want the ball. You got to let certain people know. So it's like, maybe that could be. Maybe.
Hey, let me say this, Ace. Remember when, before the draft, this was before your actual first season in MMA, when we was doing all the combine and the interviews and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember this, but remember I specifically said when they asked what each captain was looking for, and I specifically listed on there, I want players that are vocal. Now you understand exactly what I meant.
Right.
Now you see it.
And actually, to piggyback even off of that, it wasn't in season 1 when we won, the chip. It wasn't until I started being vocal where everybody, was able to follow what I was doing. And then also when I became captain, although we lost in the finals, before 2K25 came out, everybody had a voice. You had a voice. Darius had a voice. Bishop had a voice. Tay had a voice. So it wasn't like it's just one person with so much on their plate. Is everybody suggesting, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like nobody is picking up the role, and I shouldn't have to because I'm not capped. And I don't want to step on somebody's toes.
I feel
because you ain't listening anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
can I ask my second question, Ace? Can I ask my second question?
Well, I did before you do that.
I start getting interviewed.
Yeah, no. Before you do that, Darius, what was you about to say? You said it's funny. It's funny to hear
because I was about to pivot to somebody else. So go ahead, Ryan. Actually, question.
Yeah, it'll be real quick. My second thing, and just watching your games and stuff, is the lack of practice and communication really affecting your offense? Because there was
100%. I'm not even going to finish.
There was
100%.
one player. There was one player.
I think this is about to turn into a shot.
Yeah, hey, I'm just speaking facts. There was one player in the second quarter was 3 for 8. He got 7 more shots before the game ended, and I mean, just chucking up horrible shots. Is that like?
Can someone else say the gamer tag of this person?
Yeah, I need the name.
We need names. But before he gets a gamer tag, what I will say is bad shot selection, especially when the game is close, literally kills the momentum. Any momentum in the chat, any momentum during the game. If we're down 3 or we're up 5 and you take a very tight contested shot, why would you take that?
That's
so yes. Well, no, I don't even know if we're talking about Will, but I'm just saying, like,
listen, I only know one player that pump fakes when he's open and then waits till the defense closes out and then pulls with the man's face hand touching his eyeball.
And then we'll argue saying that was a great shot with confidence.
I'm just saying. All I want to do if I shoot 3 for 8, I want to get the ball 7 more times.
Hey, I mean, come to the right team, you might get 17 shots. But who knows?
So it's funny. It's funny to hear just the teams, like, I guess in each individual team's chat, like just the communication or lack of communication. Because I feel like in Galaxy Hoopers, I feel like we had the complete opposite. I was going to ask Sosa. I want to get Mac in here too. I don't want him to feel like he just on here chilling.
Mhm.
But Sosa, you see how our chat works. We kind of have. I would say we kind of have a issue as well. Like our chat is not too much like active as far as us.
Yeah, our
talking
chat
back and
isn't
forth.
like bumping every day, but like same way as BG explained, like whenever we gotta get together, it's no question. Like Miguel will drop a practice, or we gotta do this game, and we all respond, or if we want to talk about like game plan or suggestions, like it's all there. And
Yeah, I feel like he's
you
very
know,
open to taking in input. And so,
yeah.
but I wanted to get into, so we seen that we had a lineup change, and many people was, they had some questions about that. They was making a couple jokes. They said, Miggy got cooked on center, so they're like, we gotta try Sosa. I just wanted to see, if you wanted to speak on that, because now Sosa runs big for us the last couple games, and as BG mentioned, he had some pretty good games. He had the first triple double in MMA this season. So I just wanted to get your take on you playing big, and you had something that you wanted to bring out as far as stat keeping too. I just wanted to see if you wanted to voice that.
Oh yeah, I mean, in terms of the lineup, man, I don't know if other people use this term, but Miguel always uses it when you're being a dominant center. He calls it a horse, or when he gets shut down, he said, "Oh, I got horsed," in past tense. But
Miggy
I
been
call
horsed a
myself.
lot then.
Yeah.
Say no.
Hey, that's my boy.
That is
No,
major
no, but
pause though. That's a major pause.
That is
that is a pause. But
I
I
love
call
you, Miggy.
myself the dinosaur, because I've been playing center in 2K for a very long time.
I thought you would call yourself the horse. No, for good.
The what?
The horse.
Behave, Ryan.
No. And I kind of taught Miguel everything he knows about the center role. No, I'm just playing. No, and the thing is, like, we have two different styles of playing center. I'm a very like Jokic type of play. I like to create for the team. I like to space, and I have good court vision. He's more of a traditional center role. And I just think the way I made my build, it kind of helped brings everybody's strength, because my shooting guard build doesn't have a lot of defense, and I felt like I had Miguel to be the kind of the second backup block up in the perimeter. Kind of helps the team's dynamic a lot better than what we were doing before. So I feel like just kind of testing out different things to see which teams is more favorable for which lineup too, because you can't run the same thing for every team. It's like you have different strategies, different builds. So
I like
So,
this
yeah, I mean,
guy. I like this guy.
Yeah, so that lineup change wasn't. Of course, our team, we don't feel like Miguel was getting cooked on center, but it was more so like Miggy. He's proven too with the last game when he had 8 steals. We like him better on his locks, though. Sosa, we have
yeah.
somebody who can play on the center. It just gives us a little versatility to try to, test some things out before playoffs come. So
And you know what's crazy
but
too? And just to your point, Darius, and then I'll shut up. But I don't think like your Discord chat does not have to be active.
Not
What
every
really
day and all that stuff. Yep.
helps when I say communication, I mean in game, in practice, in the party chat, communication.
Yep.
That's important.
You cannot 3 people cannot be quiet during the game, bro.
Yep.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just what I'm saying. But all right, go ahead. Go ahead, Mac.
I agree. I was going to ask this too, just to get back to Sosa for just a second. Like, so just kind of hearing more of your thoughts about the thoughts and whatever behind the troll, because you be trolling and I be trolling too, so I get it. But this guy actually sounds like a stand-up teammate. So my question too, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and tamper early, because you know what I'm saying, when you tired of your cat being all in your videos dancing and stuff, you know what I'm saying, come on over to Bad Boy Records. But anyway, nah, for real, like those are the kind of teammates. At least I can't speak for other captains, but those are the kind of teammates I like. I want the guy that And I'm not saying don't say like you're not gonna go for yours. Go for yours. I don't care. Go for yours. But I want the guys that's like, hey man, I see something we could do that's going to make our team better, not just me better. Because I am so tired of. We came from a different league where we had guys that was worried about their stats and this and that, and it was always I. So I like the teammate, and I'm saying I myself, but I like the teammates that want to make the team better. I don't care about individual stuff. I don't care about the accolades, all that stuff. So I like this guy. Get this man a raise or something. Get him something.
That's what we're going for, man. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, if you're playing for stats, just go play rec or proving grounds. So this is different.
Talk to him.
You're trying to win here. You know what I mean? It's like if you're going for 40, 50 points a game, there's other games you can play. But here, if you got to spread the ball around to be effective, then that's what it takes, you know?
Facts.
For the record, Sosa definitely is trying to go for awards. Don't let this man.
Hey, heck yeah. I mean, listen, if I'm balling, I want the ring first. But if I can get recognized along the way, why not? You know?
You can't con a con man. When this man said, look, I could get DPOY with center build, then why can't it be a separate stats? I'm like, all right, so you definitely playing for stats. I mean, for you not conning me, man.
Well, actually, I mean, since you're bringing up the stat thing, you know, you guys seem like very educated, well-spoken men. And I don't want an answer right now. I want you guys to debate.
Don't hit us with the
answers.
Butt. Here comes the butt.
Rash decisions don't have good outcomes. So whatever I say, you guys can take it to the front office and discuss it amongst themselves. But I have a couple suggestions in terms of the way we do the stats, because I see a lot of potential for this league, and I think it can make everybody's experience a lot better, especially for the captains when it comes to free agency and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys want to hear me out for a quick moment.
No, well,
yeah. Let's table that. What we can do, and I'm being dead serious, not trolling. I'll make a suggestion channel, and you can put it there because we got a limited amount of time, and we just want to try to keep
I got you. No worries.
Yeah, so we'll definitely do that because I did hear it, and
it was valid.
I see some things that's valid about it, so we can talk about it later.
Nah, I promise you, we'll bring it up, even if you want to do a voice recording if it's too much to type. So
yeah, that's cool.
We'll definitely look into it. Being that we just finished talking to Sosa and he had that dominant performance, we're gonna pivot back to the question I had for Ryan earlier. So Ryan Ashley, that is, you played against Sosa. I think that's the game he had the triple-double. Y'all team still like you're right there. I don't know what it is like. So number one, how was it playing against them that game? Because I think that was their first lineup change. And also, what's going on with your team that's keeping y'all from getting wins? Like y'all be right there.
It's a little tough. New York is tough.
Y'all could be so tough, bro. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk, man. But y'all got so much potential.
Yeah.
We still got to work on the little stuff like getting rid of the ball faster, making the swings when you call out somebody to swing and then shoot a semi-contested shot. You got to swing it to the corner. Working on the zone, mainly me staying focused in the zone because I be chasing steals. I ain't gonna lie. So with the new patch, it's kind of killed me because now it's chasing steals just means you out of position. Learning where to be in the zone, and learning how to rotate properly. Because some of the problem is in our zone, we're not rotating properly, and we're not reading the play the way it's supposed to be read. It's just little stuff like that comes with playing together. Because we don't really get a lot of time outside to play together, especially with me being 3 hours behind. I'm kind of like I'm on at a certain time and then I'm not on. So, but playing against their team, it was tough. I mean, I dunked all over Sosa after I split a double team, but I post extra things. No, but his big is tough though, because it still hesitates to go down there.
Wait, what's your user tag or gamer tag?
Higgs the GOAT 29.
Oh, yeah. You were definitely a problem when we were at
He was Clay
halftime.
Thompson the first time we played. He was sparking us.
I was so mad when
that
they
wasn't the
switched
game I
on me.
had the triple-double either. That was just a regular game.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's Scorsese. No, I remember at halftime, I was talking to the boys. I'm like, listen, we need to switch to man, and there's only one guy beating us, and it's Higgs. Like, we got to do something about it. We got to switch stuff around. Because, like, that's what I was noticing when you guys were making the offensive switches. It was just him who was cooking us on the middies and in the paint. So I was like, the zone's not working. We got to switch it.
Oh, yeah, I was going to eat that zone up. And then but then they put the lock on me. I'm like, y'all suck. I was having fun. And this stupid lock now she got dribble and take screens.
And
Real
that's
quick,
Miguel. Yeah.
I know we got to keep it moving, but this is what I thought was going to happen with the trade. I thought that Bishop was going to try to keep Tay and make it trade. Tay had mentioned that he wanted somebody who could be a scorer and somebody could take pressure off of him. I thought Bishop would have tried to make a trade for Ryan to get Ryan off of NYC and give up forfeits because we know NYC only got one? You only got one win?
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah, so I thought that would have been the better trade for him to look at. Now I don't know if he even tried to look into that, but Scorsese could have got they wins to try to get from the bottom of the league because that's a hard. Y'all got to hold it dig out of.
No, Scorsese's team is tough. Like in my opinion, I think they're the third best team. I think so it's us, Lock City, and Scorsese.
Listen, yeah.
Bro,
it's definitely. I would definitely say Lock City Scorsese.
I do not want to, and I'm not capping, I'm not glazing. I do not want to see Scorsese in the first round.
Yeah,
and the good thing about Scorsese too, well, after this trade, I guess the standings was close, but they was really won the game back from tax collectors, and I think they might have the most single-digit losses in the league. like every game.
No, you're right.
We got 4.
Like Scorsese just got unlucky with the scheduling and the forfeits, but I would see them with a much better record. Like it doesn't reflect the team.
I wouldn't even say the forfeits was on our captain too, because he was bluffing. It was his fault. We had some of them losses. Because it was sometimes not communicated.
Because Ryan was at my throat for one of them. I'm like, bro,
No. Have a good one. I was, and then I went at Will.
I'm like, but but I was gonna say this though, like the way because just to kind of go over the trade. So again, we covered what the trade was. It included the 2 forfeits. That puts essentially even though the forfeits may not be used right this second, that essentially puts tax collectors at 4 wins for the season. Tay got them 1 win when he dropped the 40 piece, and then 3 of their wins were forfeits.
Oh God, don't even bring that up.
but here's what I'm getting to real quick. So essentially, with Scorsese having 1 win and their 1 win is over tax collectors, they basically have to win the remaining games against tax collectors, and then they have to just win 1 more game outside of that. Even if they if both teams finish at 4 and it will be 4-12, then Scorsese can get into the playoffs. They have to win 1 game outside of tax collectors.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and call it out, and whoever can be mad at me, but I do not see tax collectors beating Scorsese not once when they actually play. It's not.
I agree.
No, I don't either.
That's why if I'm tax collectors, I'm trying to keep Tay. I'm trying to get Ryan Ashley on my team, and I'll give up some forfeits. I think
if
that was
I'm tax collectors, I would have done like 5 forfeit wins, to be honest.
But
hey man,
it's hard. I don't know as a cat, but I never had a player request a trade because everybody loves playing with me. But like,
dang,
on a foot.
You put that on everything?
I put that on everything.
All right, pick me up so I can ask for a trade.
On that.
Yeah.
Pick me up so I can ask for a trade.
No, but seriously, like,
same thing, Ryan.
I don't know how if your best player is unhappy and requests a trade, not like you got it, but when you're not winning anyway, then it's like I might as well get something for him.
Hey, are we
it's gonna ride out the season to the free agency, right? I guess because
here's the thing. So every player has the right and the ability to request a trade. Every captain has the right and ability to not make that trade.
It got to make sense.
That being said, like exactly, I was about to say, I don't expect if I ask for a trade, which I have done in the past, I don't expect the captain to then trade me for. I'm gonna use somebody that's not even in the league. I don't know. Forget whoever's on the league for Kwame Brown. It don't make sense for him to trade me for Kwame Brown if Kwame Brown is absolutely not good at basketball or good at 2K. So I understand that.
I'm gonna be trading for Bryant.
We're not. That's why I'm using NBA names. We're not gonna go there. But what my thing is, captains don't have, in my opinion. If I'm the cap, I'm not just going to say, look, this player said he wants to trade. I don't care what he said. I'm not going to trade him. No, like if the player asks for a trade, I'm going to try to trade him because you want your players to be happy, but also like you want it's 2K. You want people to have fun. So
especially if you're going to get forfeits on top of it. Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
But this trade, and this is kind of where I was getting to, Ace. This trade, it's like we've seen, it's like deja vu. Like I feel like we trapped in the matrix. You trade for forfeits, but your team literally gets worse on paper, and now they have an uphill battle to win any other games outside of those forfeits. So that's the part
and this is my rebuttal where only I guess for this situation because I still have a trade request in. Mm-hmm. So really, the tax collectors could come up where it's to the point. Let's say I do get traded. Now you just got 2 forfeits, right? And so which means technically they would be above us right now. Tax collectors would be above the generals because we would have a losing record with, if we just go ahead and add the wins and losses.
That's correct.
So, and then let's say the generals trade me. Tay is kind of put in the same situation.
Well, here's the thing. Like, because if M Will trades you and gets forfeits, then that fixes this forfeits. It's like 0 balance.
That is true. That is also true.
But the other side of it is your team still has I understand the forfeits. Your team still has to play. So if M Will trades you, I get it, but at least he has like a Tay to fall back on. He doesn't have like if we just going off of the draft only, nothing else. The tax collectors now receive back a player that was drafted in the 4th round. They have a player on their team that was drafted in the 4th round. They have a player on their team that was drafted in the 3rd round. And who else do they have?
Second
round. Who's this?
No, I'm lying.
No, in a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, the 3rd round.
So they have 2 guys that were drafted in the 3rd round and 2 guys that were drafted in the 4th round. And I'm not saying that the draft is the end all be all, because clearly, like Sosa was drafted in the 4th, and this man should not have been a 4th round pick. But the guys that have been traded, no personal shot, but I have not shown anything to tell me that they should have gone higher than they were drafted. So you got a team that consists of guys that were drafted correctly, in just my opinion, in the 3rd and 4th round, and you're expecting a team full of guys that were drafted in the 3rd or 4th round to now win you games. That's what I'm talking about. It's not the forfeit. I have the issue with the roster after the trade is done.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's valid. That's very valid.
And it's hard. Like, I'm not trying to take shots at nobody, but we just played their team and we beat them by like 30. And I know that was their first game together and everything. But I don't feel like there was anything that they did that would have told me that they wouldn't have lost by 30.
But granted, and then this is where I disagree. I think they can win a couple games. Now, maybe and we just being real, we're just talking about the league. Scorsese's are good in the first 3 quarters. That last quarter, for some reason,
that's facts.
They are not
that
good.
Is facts. That
so
is facts.
if you're the tax collectors, I just got to hang with y'all for 3 quarters, and in that 4th quarter, we know y'all going forward, and I'm beating y'all. That's just what's happened in the league so far. Against the Generals, 500, very hit or miss, and even with me and Tay, for a week possibly, it could be I stay, it could be I leave. We still are very beatable. It's not like we went above. It's not like we went head above heels over everybody else. Lock City and Galaxy Hoopers still have a better roster than the General, so they can still sneak out games. But it's I guess when the playoffs start, because if we're being real, they're not beating Galaxy Hoopers and they're not beating Lock City. So I guess it's literally back and forth.
Let's actually make a pivot here again. Mac, are you available? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so let's move to Mac first, just a sec. So you're perfect to talk to this about. You came from a situation like this last season. You were on that team, like that. You were the. I'm not saying that that's the same team, but you were on the team that was struggling, looking for any kind of forfeit wins they could get. So, first off, what's your perspective on being in that situation?
The first time I was in it, I tried everything I could to make stuff happen, but it just wasn't working, man. Like I said, between the no practice, the just sitting in, the
game, nobody talking, nobody showing up. I mean, like literally every week or every game, we was just nobody talking. 10 minutes before game time, yo, who's here? Y'all ready to play? We play. Nobody saying a word, and if we do, I mean, like it's just all over the place. I'm trying to drive to the basket, and I got two people cutting with me down low, and I'm like, yo, this is a joke. But I stayed and tried to do what I could to help, but it just fell short. And then I had people mumbling in my ear, like three people at once. Hey, I need the ball. I want the ball. Blah blah. I'm like, yo, I feel like I got a yellow light. Like I can't do what I want out here.
So
That's valid.
I'm gonna turn and like ask you this. So that is 100% valid, and I can say this: being on the team with Mac, he is one of the first ones to respond. Like if I put something in the Discord that I want to go over or discuss, whatever it is, Mac is like probably always one of the first ones to respond. So he's very, he's engaged, he's bought in. Like whatever you're trying to do, Mac is gonna try to make it work. So I
agree with that.
Mac, we should team up.
No,
go ahead.
But
felt bad for Mac that one season because he was also asked to stream, and he expressed several times that it was making him lag. And then he was asked to just sit and shoot when he's lagging, and he asked other people to stream. That joke was crazy to me.
Yeah, and then like when I got on the Scorsese and I seen what was going on there, like no shade, they're a tough team, but it's like I'm not going through another mediocre season. So I say I see the writing on the wall. I'm getting up out of here. So
so for a little like behind the scenes, so when he's referring to is Scorsese started off with 0-3 because of forfeits, and Mac was like, nah, bro, I ain't doing this. It was back to back forfeits. So
I don't blame him on that because we had to jump down Mel's throat for that. We jumped down his throat for like a straight week.
Whoa.
And then the sad part is the Scorseses are tough. They're literally just missing a point guard, and I was the point guard there.
Dang, wait a minute.
I'm
Mac.
just being real. Whoever's on the point guard over there ain't it.
Whoa.
Well, he ain't talking about me, so he can say whatever you want.
Woo. So you talking about Wayne? You talking about Wayne?
I don't know who Wayne is, but whoever it is.
I don't even know who Wayne is.
Yo, man, this pod got a bunch of
this Tay and Chris pod all over again.
No, I will say I played with Mac before, last 2K, where we played on the team where we had to stay in the corner. We kind of had a point guard that was like running everything.
Shots after shots.
So it was funny because Mac kind of got a little bit of a narrative that he wasn't as good. And I think we might have tried to have Mac run point guard before. I'm not sure, Mac, if you remember if you ran point guard with us maybe a couple games, and it was like, nah, that's not it. And so of course, like I ran with that a little bit because I kind of seen it, but I gotta apologize because I'm seeing you play point guard this season, bro.
100%.
Like, you're doing your thing, dog. I think you averaged double-digit assists. I'm not sure.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you can see you're comfortable.
You can't do anything when he wants the ball every possession, bro. It's like that's just what it is.
You know how he's playing with Austin, so that's that doesn't matter.
It's amazing what you do when you're not forced to run a 5-out offense and you're slash.
No glaze. Mac is actually one of my favorite players to watch. I watch every MMA game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watch every MMA game.
I gotta add this in there with the double-digit assists. I think he's only averaging, because I just did our stats up to 4 or 5 games. He's only averaging like 1 turnover. That's
amazing.
That look like Ace. That's baby Ace right there.
Oh my god!
I have to say I'm surprised. I'm glad Mac is getting his love, because last year with Vision he wasn't getting no love. He wasn't getting no love.
I saw, and I ain't gonna lie. So now I can kind of reveal this. I think I had revealed it a little bit before, but I did have Mac. I had you on my draft board. My goal was definitely to get YDC and DJ. And I was hoping, because I'm like, maybe people won't remember how he started snapping the second half of last season of 2K. Because I remember you was hooping, you was getting buckets, you was running the offense, and you were doing that with like liabilities on your team. So I saw it. I'm like,
Lord, it is shots after shots,
listen, bro. If he can do if he can do that, and I can just build some we got some weapons around him, I feel like he can run the show. And bruh, like I'm being honest, like I didn't run with you before, so I didn't know what kind of teammate you were, but you've exceeded any expectation I had because you like this man, he has some similarities to you, Ace, where he has said, like, bro, I'm okay with having a game where I got 0 points and 20 assists. And he means it because we've had to yell at him to shoot when he was wide open like 3 different times. Literally.
I wish I could have paired with him with my guard that I had last year. The Vision wanted me to run on my power forward so much. I'm like, dude, I wish, because all I wanted to do was shoot last year. I remember that build last year.
We got 3 people from that fateful team, huh?
Yeah, that is true. But then also, I don't know if y'all remember when Mac first joined the league. Mac, you don't know this, but we thought, and I say we as Caps, because I was a captain, we thought you would be at least a high second round pick. And because your internet issues, you end up sliding in the 4th round to Oz. But everybody thought you would actually go at least top, in the top maybe 8 picks because I guess of the hype, quote unquote, hype around you. But I mean, you definitely living up to it. I mean, pick and roll, ISO, defense. I mean, like I told you earlier, it's tough.
What happened with that? It was crazy because the first game I actually did like lag out, and then the second game I actually accidentally kicked my cord out or something, and then the third time a thunderstorm hit and it made my light surge. So I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but at that thunderstorm point, we was like, yeah, get this man out of here.
Yeah, after that third time, I was like, nah, he gotta go. But we gotta kind of wrap this up because we're pushing almost an hour. All right, so I guess we can, before we kind of wrap it up. So we got I would say maybe about 5 minutes left. So Ryan, and I'm referring to D-Bird, Ryan, Lil Bird Crowley on my team. He wanted to be on the pod. He had some things he needed to kind of like put out there. Do you think 5 minutes is adequate, or do we need to bring you back?
Hey man, we can say the best for last. I can be fast.
That's what she said.
Listen, you beat me to it. You beat me to
it. But all right, so do you want me to ask you a question, or you just
go ahead, ask your question, and then I'll just go from there.
All right, so here's the best way I'm gonna get into this is today we had a media day. We had some questions that were asked and some answers that were given. And I'm about to scroll so I don't even want to paraphrase it. I'm gonna go right to media day. So Ryan said, because the question I asked him was, I said, you're playing on a team with BG. I wasn't trying to be speaking in third person, but it's the media role. So for the first time ever, you're playing on a team with BG, but you also played point guard in the past. Your team's offense has been up and down, which it has. And BG, myself, I'm a defensively minded cap. So do you feel like you should have more of a say in the offense, and is BG doing his job? And I'm gonna go right to Ryan's response. So I'm not even gonna quote it. He said, with my team, I'm perfectly content on how my PG and cap are running things. Everything I suggested has been heard, and even if it's not allowed, it was heard, which is all I care about. As for the offense, yes, it needs work, but that's only because my team is getting used to playing with me and trying to make sure I get touches, which I appreciate. And that's a breath of fresh air compared to last season. Now, here it comes. I was on 2 different teams that had supposed, and he put in quotes, defensive masterminds, end quote, costing us our playoff run when they had no biz running the offense. Now it's ironic for me to watch those hit dogs holler. Bruh, who are you talking about? Number one.
Yeah.
Let's go right into that. Who are you talking about?
So
you said 2 names.
I'll go with my first team and the traumatic injury that some of them were on. So my first team was Division's team. Division's team, God dog. Almost, you know why I signed up to be a reserve because of what happened with Division's team. I was told I had the green light. Mac had the yellow light, whatever. Yeah, all that type of nonsense. But I'm scoring 24, 28, whatever a game because at that time, nobody else on the team was hitting like that. Then the next game, I score again, somewhere between 24, 28, except I'm passing the ball like crazy because BG, we actually played your team, and your team completely left our center division open. Division's on a build.
That was my team. That was my team, not BT team. But go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was on the team. I was part of the team. You know what I'm saying?
I apologize.
No disrespect, being here.
I'm passing. I think he shot like 1 for 9 from 3. Not middies, just 3. Tell me why after the game, and I mean, I'm trying to will us back. You guys remember that game? I'm doing everything I can possibly do to will us back. We end up losing. I get talked to about, oh, you ain't passed the ball. I said, excuse me? At that time, and this is no exaggeration, you can go and look it up. At that time, I was leading in every stat except rebounding. Every stat except rebounding. And I'm like, but I'm not passing the ball? It went slowly from there. Then I'm being told how I should play, and I know how I play. I'm a slasher first, shooter second. Okay?
Boot.
I'm pretty good with the ISO. I mean, I be dunking on Tay all the time because he's boot.
You never dunked on me, but relax.
Be quiet, child. The adult is talking.
You sure black? You never dunked on me.
All right. We getting off track.
But
here.
it was, but it was like I was starting to get upset because even when I was doing everything I could possibly do, I'm passing the ball, I'm doing it, and I'm not the point guard, mind you. It's just if they can't score within the first 15 seconds, I was getting the ball and told to do my thing, which is a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? When you can't trust anybody else to hit a shot at that time because it's, well, 5 out and just let Ryan do it. And if Ryan doesn't do it, Ryan's going to give it to the center, which is Division, and Division will put the ball up and miss it.
All right, let me interject. Matt, can you confirm this? Is any of this actually like how it went down?
We got 2.
Yeah,
we got Mac
like
and
I
Ryan.
said, the reason why I couldn't score is because when I'm trying to do my thing on offense, I got 2 people cutting in the paint. I mean, how am I supposed to score like that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how can I run an offense when I got randoms just cutting willy-nilly, not listening to a word I say?
I'm like,
random.
Yo, whatever. I'm
I'm like, if y'all just gonna run around like bots, I mean, let's do it.
They wouldn't even let Mac run the offense. It was, oh, you're not doing it right, give it to Ryan. I was getting force-fed the ball, and I didn't like that junk. And then win or lose, I was getting blamed, or Mac was getting blamed. I'm like, but me and Mac ain't shoot 1 for 9.
I'm gonna say this because Matt can run an offense. Our Lock City's still working on our offensive identity, but Matt can run an offense. He can tell people, and I'm not just talking about a simple, hey, cut to the basket. It's, hey, I want you to set the screen and roll, and then somebody else pop. Like he can run an offense. So I am kind of shocked to hear that, oh, he's not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. But
and you guys saw
then we would have people in the corners like out them wide open. They'll just stand there and then shoot a 90% contested. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Yep.
I was crashing out. I'm like, yo,
frustrating because I'm seeing Matt get upset, and then it's already bad enough because he's being forced to stream. He can't shoot because he's lagging. So it was just like a bunch of stuff like that. So I asked for a trade. And he was like, well, just give me some more time. That's fine.
He demanded a trade. This man said, trade me or I quit.
Yeah, let's stop.
Let me finish because that's not exactly what actually happened. He asked me to stay. I was like, fine, but I said if things aren't changing, I'm definitely gonna just be done with this team. Like, I'll go up.
Oh, you still like me?
I was like, I'll go and put my shots up, but I'm done. Then after we got blown out 2 more times, I'm like, I'm done, bro. I can't do this anymore because I got blamed for the game again. What you guys saw was a cropped screenshot. You didn't see the entire message. I said, I am done taking the blame for this stuff. I quit or trade me because I'm no longer taking the blame for this. That's what I said. But you guys saw cropped screenshots, and that's why I was begging. I said, put me back in the chat, and I'll show you exactly what I said. But he never put me back in the chat.
Hey, Ryan, you know when I was done with Vision, when he set me up against Zonix and we had a lock on the team, and he made my no defense guard Zonix. I'm like, you telling me we had a lock on the team the whole time? You sat there and let me get dunked.
You can ask anybody else. And then that's when he said I wasn't showing up for practice, even though me and Mac were the only person in there for practice. Only person who showed up.
Now, all right. So I'm going to speak up because Vision's not here to defend himself. I'm going to go ahead and speak up and say this. Now, I was provided with some interesting screenshots that tell some very different stories because we were led to believe by us, I mean like the general chat was led to believe like, all right, Vision was not trying to run practice. Vision wasn't doing this. Vision wasn't doing that. And he provided some very telling screenshots that indicated him trying to run practice.
It did.
Him trying to,
No.
you know,
I'm not saying Vision was at fault. I never even name dropped him. It's
No.
just when nobody responds, he can't make people run. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a team effort.
The
Like,
only issue when it came to practice with Division is he would ask us like 15, somewhere between half an hour and 15 minutes. Hey, I'm on. Let's run practice. That's what, and I said, hey, you got to ask us earlier than just half an hour. Oh, I'm on right now. Let's run practice.
All right. Listen,
once again, I got kicked from the chat so I couldn't provide proof, which is why I was so upset because I was telling everybody, I said it's in the chat, but I'd been kicked out of it right before all those screenshots dropped.
Okay, Ryan. So listen, I got a question. Who was the second on the team that you were talking about? We got Vision.
The second.
We gonna have to get another Joe with that.
Second was the second team that I went to. I'm gonna be honest with you. M. Will cost us a playoff run. And everyone knows what 2 plays it is. And I don't know why he was protecting
Mike.
I'm right here, Mike.
Exactly. Everyone heard it. The first one, the game was super close. The first one was, hey,
the game was super close. Y'all was winning.
Yeah. So we do have a bunch of new guys that have joined the league. So basically, long story short, M. Will's team, Mike. So it was M. Will, Miggy, Ryan, and then a couple other guys. They were playing the number 1 seed and actually had the lead in the series, like not the lead in the series, but the lead in game 1 of a 3-game series. By the way, they had the lead with about 10 seconds left. They were up
2.
Because it went into overtime, didn't it?
No, it was they were up 2.
Up 2.
Okay, they were up 2. So literally, all they have to do, they have the ball. All they have to do is inbound the ball and let the other team chase and foul them with 10 seconds left and no shot clock. So you hear their chat. We can hear the voice chat say, hey, just pass it to Miggy. He got a high free throw. Miggy comes and stands right in front of M. Will inbounding the ball. And M. Will decides, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pass it to Phil, who's cutting near the basket because Phil was just getting like in position to go wherever he was going. He was just moving to get in position. Boom, the ball comes to him and it gets passed in between YDC, who's on a lock, and I think Shadow, who had a high steal. He's not in the league right now, but somebody else who had a high steal. 2 players that have high steals. The ball comes to Phil on a power forward with low ball handle, and of course the ball gets turned over. The other team comes down the court, hits a 3.
Game over.
And crazy.
Game over, literally.
Game over.
So
the problem was there was no accountability for it. It was a lot of justification. Well, I saw blah blah blah, and everyone heard it. Mac, the point guard, was like, "I'm right here. I'm right here."
Miggy.
Yeah, Miggy. Miggy, and then he muted himself. And after that,
Miggy crashed out, bro. But rightfully so.
Hey, that's a reasonable crash out.
Yeah, it was more than reasonable.
If we're being honest. He actually cost y'all a finals run because y'all even
the second game. How he cost us the second game too. But the problem is this team was so dejected, and even Lou said, "Hey guys, don't let us affect the second game. Look how close we were to the first seed. Blah 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 blah. XYZ." Now I can tell you right now, you can ask our cap Phil. He will confirm all of this. Phil was pissed. Miggy was pissed. I was pissed because there was no accountability. It was just, well, I saw this. Blah 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 blah. And everyone can confirm in the league that he was defending it for about an hour afterward.
Yeah, he was. That was pretty bad. That was
no accountability. Bad. He keeps talking about he's the king of face guard.
And then rooted for the team that beat y'all to win the finals.
Then the second game, it was like, what, 68-68? And all we had to do, once again, we're like, oh, slow it down, because we're going to end up with the ball. We're not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah. This man, he passes it. Miggy passes it to M. Will. M. Will, all he has to do is make an extra swing because they're playing zone. You just keep swinging the ball like the obvious thing to do. This man with Shadow right in front of him, fingers up his nose, decides to try and pull a 3. Like he waited until he closed out and tried to pull the 3. And everyone on the team was so dejected, everyone was done after that. And I'm like, we could have beat them. This is the number 1 seed. We could have beat them. And once again, no accountability. And if you don't believe me, you can ask anybody who was on that team. They will.
no, listen. We know M will. M will, and I will give him his credit. He stands 10 toes on whatever he's doing. So I've seen him take some crazy shots. Funny part is, and I'll be honest, because me, Ace, Darius was kind of talking about this. I don't know why M will gets his bad rap. I can play with him. I really can. Like, I don't know. We play well together, but y'all be I'll be flabbergasted when y'all talking about like, oh, M Will does takes this kind of shot. I don't see it when he plays with me. But maybe it's
because he doesn't do it with you. Because he doesn't do it with you.
It might be a respect thing or something. I don't know, but
maybe. But here's proof. Here's proof though, BG. When we just played their team, we just played general. Ace can confirm this. In the second quarter, our last game playing against us, he was 3 for 8, putting up the most contested shots I've ever seen. And every time he got the ball, he shot it 7 more times.
That man lit us up. I ain't like he 8 for 17. He finished
8 for 17, but like, come on.
Listen, I'm not going to hate that they got the dub, and if he didn't hit those 8 shots, they don't beat us.
They would have lost. I agree. But you gotta admit that first 2 quarters were horrible.
I don't remember it that way, but and we do have to wrap this up. So we definitely, I think we're pushing just over an hour now. So we're going to table some of this stuff. It sounds like Ryan needs a therapist and a whole vent session.
Yes, I do.
So we're going to bring you back on the pod at another date. We're going, we got some other, if other guests want to get on, we'll have them on first, but we can bring you back and we can table
this.
Bring
more with Vision. Vision, stop ducking, Vision.
This was a star-studded podcast. No cap. We got like 10 people.
Like I said, Vision is cool. I got no beef with Vision. It wasn't all on him. Trust me. The breaking point for me, I ended off on this, was when I had to guard Zonix on a 6'8" on my 6'1" guard with no defense. I was about done after that.
Yikes. Wait, Mac, I do want to ask you, so how you feel on the new team? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, brother. All right, guys. Play the outro.
Translate.
4-1. Let's get up out of here.
Hey, appreciate y'all for coming through. This was the fast break, and we'll be coming back to y'all again with some more entertainment and some more drama at this point, because y'all dudes is some heathens. So with that, we out. Appreciate y'all.